So one of the questions at Ryerson, you could say, well, there's a lot of places. Why don't you take a lot of students? Well, it's a possibility. We have certainly the strength of applications to do that, as you'll see. But does that mean that we will put more students into already planned classes? Will we increase class size? If we want to do it, are we going to do it to save money, and that means less full-time people and more part-time faculty? All those questions go into the decision. And we have, for the most part, for many, many years, been relatively conservative on growth. We have not pursued growth as a budget strategy. We've used it as a university growth quality strategy, and in the last many years, particularly in graduate education. And Mr. Drummond's information is information for government to take or not to take as they see fit. So we were told, along with every university and college, that we will negotiate with the government what's called strategic mandate agreements. So we will now be more like a hospital. The hospitals have these in place where the university would go and they would define, for this amount of resources, we will do the following things. And the following things will be, of course, the number of students, but it might be the number of transfers, it might be a lot of different things, but you would negotiate that with the government. This language has fallen off the table most recently, so that's why the question mark comes in. And we don't know if the government is going to follow up on this. And clearly, it's kind of late to do it for this year, because we're already into March. In Ontario, the school system, call it K to 12, is about average. The health system is about average. It's post-secondary, which is at the bottom. So we'd be making a case that of all the areas, this one requires investment. If you read Drummond, he in fact makes the same case. So at the end of the day, if you look at how different sectors were at least treated in the Drummond case, it was by far and away the universities were at the top end of it. But here's a different case we've been trying to make, and that is if you have 1.5%, give it for inflation before you give it for growth. And government doesn't want to do that, of course, because they want to get the growth. And so, you know, you try and but you're not overly successful.